I almost lifted I'm not wearing any underwear, guys, so nothing down below the shirt. Y'all might have seen a little bit of that python we were talking about, Black Mamba. Hello and welcome back to Asia Now. In this video, I'll tell you about 2 suspects caught in Manila over the Japanese national incident that happened a couple days ago. 5 foreigners arrested in a scam hub raid in the Philippines. Gold thief tackled almost immediately after snatching necklaces. Swiss watchmaker Swatch under fire for insensitive campaign. I'll give you the details on that. And stick around until the end of the video. I'll tell you the latest way that YouTube has found a dirty trick to go ahead and demonetize me. Details about why yesterday's video was reposted. So here's today's Peso exchange. I'm all over the place. Let's start with today's USD to Peso exchange rate. Right now, $1 equal to 57 pesos per the dollar. All right, let's regroup. Let's do this properly. 2 suspects in the shooting of the 2 Japanese nationals of Malate, Manila were brought to Manila Prosecutor's Office for inquiry proceedings. According to Manila Police District, the 2 suspects, aged 50 and 62, are siblings. They were caught in Manalin, Pampanga, this Monday, August 18th. The 2 will face charges for 187 theft as well. The search is still ongoing for the 3rd person that is involved, and reports say they did it because someone hired them to do it, but that person has not been revealed, whether it's a Filipino or foreigner, a Japanese, someone else. Some more details to follow. I do have to praise the police for actually catching them so quickly after, because they had them in custody, I think, yesterday, or at least they were suspecting to be these 2, but now they've actually brought them in. So credit to the police and whoever else was involved in catching these 2. Staying in the Philippines, 7 people, 5 foreigners, 3 Taiwanese, 1 Burmese, and 1 Chinese, and 2 Filipinos were arrested in Makati City on August 15th for allegedly running an illegal online gaming hub. According to the PNP, authorities also found 41 employees who will serve as witnesses. Police seized computers, monitors, all the usual stuff. The suspects are facing charges on the laws of illegal gambling. Nothing new once again, but the fact that there were 5 Taiwanese is a bit surprising to me, as well as a Burmese individual. So seems like these scam hubs are not going anywhere anytime soon. They're simply shifting location, going from like rented out buildings to like resorts now, or just condos themselves. I feel like this is going to be an ongoing battle for the Philippines and its people for a long time to come. And this is probably why there's such a high rise in online gaming and gambling sites. And very quickly, 2 Chinese individuals were arrested in Naiya for fake exit clearance stamps. Hey-oh. And then August 18th, a 28-year-old man named Tanapo was arrested after attempting to snatch a gold necklace from Wang Tokan gold shop. According to reports, the suspect pretended to shop for gold, but his behavior aroused suspicion, prompting staff to alert security. The suspect then tried to escape with a 1-baht gold necklace, but was quickly stopped by police en route patrol. What the heck is a 1-baht gold necklace? I guess like a fake one. The necklace was later found near an eyewear store, and officers also seized a blue-black Honda Wave motorcycle believed to be used in the crime. During questioning, the person admitted financial troubles drove him to the act. This kind of stuff happens commonly as well. This time a bit interesting because the CCTV footage, as well as him being caught immediately, it looked like they were just waiting on him. Like, come on, bro, make a move. And he did, and that guy's like, yes, make my day. Looks like the police officer has been waiting all his life for that moment, tackled his ass to the ground. Let's go to Thailand. A motorcycle crash in East Pattaya early August 16th left 5 people injured, including 3 Thai women and 2 Arab tourists believed to be part of the Arabian bike gang. The collision happened near Soi Noin Pub 1 when the group motorbikes collided at the intersection. Locals are frustrated over repeated reckless riding by the gang, noting their shift from beach roads into residential areas, raising safety concerns. Police are reviewing CCTV to determine responsibility. I really hope this doesn't result in another person passing away because somebody was being reckless on the road with motorcycles. Staying in Pattaya, here's a look at the newly erected Pattaya 3D sign for the famous walking street. So now I'm wondering what kind of advertising they're going to put on there, but it's supposed to be 3D, a lot similar to the one you see in Japan where it looks like somebody or something is coming out of the screen. Let me know if you're in Pattaya right now and share a little bit more detail regarding this brand new sign. Here's a sign that didn't go too well. So residents of Shanghai were dismayed and angered on Monday after Swiss watchmaker Swatch released ads featuring images of an Asian male model pulling the corners of his eyes up and backwards and slanted eye pose. The company said that it has taken notes of the recent concern and removed all related material worldwide. In an apology posted in both Chinese and English on its official account on the Weibo social media platform on Saturday, quote, "I don't know why they did it," said a 23-year-old student and Shanghai resident Justin Zhao. "They were able to somehow release this after going through numerous approvals," he said. Swatch is heavily exposed to China for revenue, with 27% of the group's sales last year coming from China and Hong Kong and Macau region. Don't worry, I got the image for you guys. This is what they're concerned about. I mean, rightfully so. I mean, if I was a person with eyes similar to those, it's like, here's the thing. It's always been associated with racism. It's one of those things where whether you and I believe it's to be offensive or not, the people directly affected by it think it's offensive. So I think it's kind of almost unbelievable that Swatch, such a major company, would go ahead and approve this ad campaign. I feel like this is one of the situations where there's a lot more behind this than it just basically the common public is led to believe. A lot of times this has to do with like stock prices or somebody making a personal vendetta against someone else at a higher up level, or even just simply any attention is positive when it comes to marketing. You know that old saying, any publicity is good publicity, and this might be one of those situations. Leave your comments down below. What do you think of the situation? I've seen ones where it's like questionable, where somebody might be like this, clearing the eye or something, but this man full on, he's like in there, bro. And the fact that he's Asian himself makes it worse, I think, because now you're, or does it? This is the opposite. Leave your thoughts about this particular campaign in the comment section. Let's go back to the Philippines. Environmental regulators have ordered the suspension of the construction of the high-rise luxury resort in Santa Fe, Bantayan Island, following violations. I have a feeling this is as a result of the Chocolate Hill Resort that recently got basically reprimanded for operating in the Chocolate Hills, a UNESCO heritage site. So I feel like they're like, hey, wait a minute, let's check out some other up-and-coming resorts to make sure these papers are in place. And now it's time for the feel-good moment of the day. Check this out. This video was shared on TikTok by user iView12 showing Choki, the dog, climbing the claw machine outside a convenience store, seemingly begging for a toy. Later, the uploader gave him the toy that he wanted. They said that she and her family often visit to give Choki and his siblings food, as they have been living outside her home since they were puppies. She also provides flea and tick medication for the stray, but has not claimed official ownership. In an interview with Channel 7, View said her family would continue caring for Choki and the other strays as best as they could. Phew, I'm not gonna lie, I'm relieved. At first, it's cute, then you're like, oh, come on, somebody get him that toy, and I'm glad that View was able to get this dog that chew toy. Pretty cute. Now it's time for a segment yesterday today where I read some of the most popular comments. Before I tell you guys the whole YouTube demonetization stuff, please act right. One says, based on the background of the picture, the foreigner was doing wheelies where there's people walking around or near storefronts, and in my humble opinion, is inexcusable. Because of this bad decision, a person has lost their life. I hope they throw the book at him. I completely agree. And Matthew says, good morning, Alex. The British man, I use this term loosely, will not be leaving Thailand anytime soon. He is so screwed. Even if he pays the family, if this was just an accident in normal vehicle operation, he might get off by paying the family, and the course could drop the man slaughter charges. Not this time, since he was driving carelessly and performing ill-advised deserves so. This stupid individual deserves everything that Thai courts do to him. This was a death totally avoidable and should punish by maximum. Yeah, it's just really sad. So as you can see, even right now I cover some of these words because YouTube is very sensitive, which brings me to explaining what's going on with the demonetization. You guys can skip this if you're not interested, but for those of you that are curious, people like myself or YouTubers make money from ads that you see on any of these videos. And YouTube only allows you to make money from the ads if the content you are making meets their YouTube guidelines, which does not allow me to talk about graphic stuff, violent stuff, sexual stuff, use certain words and terms. And basically after uploading every video, there's a little green money sign that appears saying that, okay, go ahead, you can release the video and it's monetized. Great. So last night I went to bed, it was green, woke up this morning, because of the time zone, about 3 hours after the video was released, and I see a yellow, which means it's limited. Now they say that limited means you can still make a little bit of money, but here are some numbers and I'll tell you, like for example, this video off of 10,000 views, I only made $6. So when I say limited, this basically means nothing. The annoying thing is they don't tell you why it got flagged or basically tagged as a limited monetization, so you have to guess. it could be a certain word or whatever. But the dirty part is they give you green, but then they yellowed me like hours later. So when I look deeper into this, they say that the algorithm is continuously monitoring for any kind of violation. Huh? How does that make sense? You pass it the first time, but somehow later on, it's not like I changed the video or said anything different. Anyway, it's annoying because these videos take a lot of time, put a lot of effort, and of course, it's not just my hobby. This is my livelihood, right? So it's annoying because like all that work pretty much goes to waste, right? Of course, I like interacting with you guys, but at the end of the day, this is my job, so it's annoying as hell when you don't basically get paid for a day's worth of work. That is that. So I think it's dirty to do that. Just let me know, buddy. I got a cramp on my toes. You gotta, that's fuck. Ooh, I almost lifted I'm not wearing any underwear, guys, so nothing down below the shirt. Y'all might have seen a little bit of that python we were talking about, Black Mamba. Anyhow, that is that. Thank you for watching. There's a lot more to it. So, for example, if it's red, then you know it's ineligible. But when it's red, it actually helps you because it tells you why it's red. And you can just press a button. It removes that section. Usually when it comes to like audio and music, you just simply cut out the music and replace it with something that they have in-house that you can use, for example. Or if if I was using like an overlay video of another channel and they've labeled this as do not use, then it'll be red and it can simply black out that part. That's a little bit of background about that situation. I hope that makes sense a little bit because YouTube, they make their money from their ads and they probably have to abide by some guidelines which advertisers don't want to put their product on like a negative sort of video. My only concern is this kind of basically makes videos become very biased and only positive sometimes, which would explain a lot of the stuff that you might see online, but you're like, really? I don't want to get into that. Thank you for watching. I really doubt many of you are still sticking around to this point, but I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.